Hey guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast. I'm Dave, the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn. I have the honor of being the president of this amazing organization. And today we have an amazing guest from a very special organization that's close to my heart. So I will let you introduce yourself.
Oh, hi guys. It's really great to be on here. Thank you so much for having me on. I am Cheree Boteler. I am the Executive Director of the Reno Rodeo Foundation.
Woohoo!
What a cool name. I've never heard that name before.
The Reno Rodeo Foundation?
No, Cheree Boteler.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I really like my name too. It's
I actually was
one.
thinking
cool.
the same thing. It's a cool name. I almost feel like I've heard that somewhere.
I have never heard that.
Probably
You may
good
have.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
I hope so. I do
That's
have
cool.
I do have a brother that
Uh-oh.
could be good, could be bad. I'm not real sure. Yeah.
We all have a sibling or someone in the family like that. It's okay.
I have a president like that, but that's okay. Anyways.
Man, just
Whoops, you gotcha.
I'm in the middle here, guys.
thank
You're
you
not
for the
alone.
counseling session. Yes.
It's every guest feels this way, and used to be Chaz and I sat next to each other, and then
yeah, that could be
someone
bad.
very
Bad news.
smart, Chaz's boss, actually said, "You should have the guest in the center."
Yeah.
and she was absolutely right.
Yeah, it is better that way.
It is so much better.
It is nice being in the middle. I
yeah.
mean, I think so far,
Yeah.
I haven't gotten any lashes or
You,
anything.
you
so.
keep us from hands. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna jump into our sponsorship segment. Our first sponsor we're going to highlight is Shelley's Hardware. Shelley's Hardware, if you need that bolts or if you need that lawnmower,
Or like you say, blow dryer all the time.
blow dryer. I don't say blow dryers ever.
Leaf blower. I don't
You
know where
meant
that
leaf
came from.
blower.
They might have blow dryers. They have
I
some
have not
pretty
seen a blow
unique
dryer.
stuff there.
No, they don't.
Oh, well, I'm going to ask.
You're gonna ask. Well, if you need a blow dryer, maybe they can order it. I don't know.
You can blow dry your hair with the leaf blower.
If you need that lawnmower, if you need all those essentials, I like to tell a story with our sponsors. I walked into Shelley's Hardware a few months ago. I need keys made. I walked in and they said, "Hi, how may I help you?"
Yeah, that's rare.
Oh, that's nice.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's not like Chaz said a few weeks ago on a podcast. "Oh yeah, I used the machine at Walmart." You used the machine at Walmart?
It was at Home Depot and it worked. The key machine.
Well, now it's Shelley's.
Now it better be Shelley's.
Do you know
Yeah,
why I
we
was
all go to
happy about
Shelley's
that though? Because I had to walk around and couldn't find someone for the other key stand, and then I found the machine. I was like, well, at least I can get it taken care of instead of walking around for 20 more minutes.
Exactly.
So,
when I walked
yep.
in, the first thing they said was, "How can I help you?"
That's awesome.
Crazy.
That's actually quite nice.
It is.
Yeah.
And they did a great job. Keys worked great the way they were supposed to. There was one key, they're like, "Hey, this is a copy of a copy. This might be an issue." They're like, "We advise you don't use this one." And so the machine won't do all that for you. Maybe it will. I don't know.
Actually, it did say do not duplicate, but I had the president and CEO's permission and a written letter, so I just
Did it
pushed
anyway.
it anyways. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
It did it
It
anyways.
did, which is kind of scary.
Ooh, that's actually quite scary, right?
Robots.
Like if you ever want to get around the machine,
Disclaimer, we don't want to be sued. We don't recommend that
Do not recommend that.
don't do that.
unless you have full permission of
It won't
the
work for
owner.
you.
Yeah.
Full written authority will not work for you. Sorry.
Will not work for you. Don't try it.
Our next sponsor we're going to highlight is Spherion. Spherion Staffing. Are you a business in Reno searching for top talent or an individual looking for your next great career opportunity? Look no further than Spherion Staffing. As the local experts in recruitment, Spherion understands the unique needs of the Northern Nevada job market. They connect qualified candidates with leading companies, ensuring the right fit every time. Whether you're in need of administrative support, light industrial staff, or professional hires, Spherion takes the stress out of staffing. Call or text Spherion today at 775-829-8367.
You said it right this time.
I did.
You did. I'm proud of you.
Brian forgave me for those past mistakes. He said, "Dave, it's okay. We'll still sponsor you, even though you said our name wrong."
It's a hard name.
That
Syrian.
is kind of hard. You know.
He was so nice to me. And he listened to the show. So, Brian, if you're listening to the show, thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing, getting clothes for free to people in need. That is what it's all about, and that's our goal. That's our heart. Our mission is to serve the less fortunate, to be able to get them what they need. Lower income families, individuals, all these different kinds of people we're able to help. The 800 plus people a month, not including our micro closet partners. It's crazy.
It's a lot higher than that now.
I know.
I wish you could get some data, but it's hard to gauge.
I have data.
Yeah.
I have data. I just like to lowball it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the reality is some months, it is 800, and some months it's 1,000.
Well, even when we help the one, though, that makes a huge difference.
That's what it's all about. It's helping one family, one individual, and moving the mission forwards every single day. It's all because of our volunteers. So I guess that last sponsor is Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, huh? It is in Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. That's where we do the show.
That's true.
What are we on? 150, I think? 150.
It's almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years of episodes.
It'll be...
Wow.
You poor guy.
Yeah, when we first started, he was like, I've been thinking about this neat idea. It'd be like a podcast. I was like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Like, you think of once a month? He's like, once a week.
Oh.
It has to be.
Okay. Yeah, it does.
You got to keep people going. And also, there's a lot to get in here.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
We learn something new
this
every
is the
time.
first time I've been on, and it's been 3 years.
I know.
So look at
why
that.
didn't you...
I had to wait 3 years.
3 years?
I was on the waiting list for 3 years.
You're on the waiting list. No. We are thrilled to have you here. Thank you so much.
I'm actually really excited about this guest, truly, because I want to learn more about the Reno Rodeo Foundation. I've heard a lot about it, but I've never had interactions to learn exactly what your mission is all about.
Well, she's not... she's in the family of it, right? How does it work? Why don't you explain? Because there's some confusion probably about it.
There's a little confusion, a lot of confusion. Are we ready for this?
We're ready
Do we have more
for it.
sponsors?
Let's do
We're
it.
done with the sponsors? Oh, all right. Well, thank you to the sponsors because I get to be here because of Spirion and Shelly.
That's right. You said it right. Woo.
So the Reno Rodeo, there is, I think a lot of people don't realize that the Reno Rodeo family is here 365 days out of the year. We do things as a family all year long, and a lot of that is through the Reno Rodeo Foundation. And so the Reno Rodeo Foundation was started by the Reno Rodeo Association way back in 1986.
Nice.
So we're 40 years young this year.
That's a lot for a nonprofit.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's a long time. It's really, 40 years of really excellent things. So we were primarily, we were actually solely created at that point to give back funds from the Reno Rodeo to the community. So we did scholarships, and then we did grants to other nonprofits for a long period of time. In 2004, we had the opportunity to work on the potential. It was a little earlier than 2004, but we had the opportunity to do a capital project, and we didn't have enough funds for that. And so within the rodeo, and so we needed to be able to capture funding from other organizations, other entities, to be able to do these capital projects that we wanted to work on. One of them was the Marvin Piccolo arena that we created. Another one was the Kids Cottage. We did their gym. But because we weren't a public 501c3, we weren't able to collect money from any other organization. So we became a public 501c3 in 2004 and became our own separate entity with the Reno Rodeo Association, i.e. the Reno Rodeo, the event, as our largest donor.
Wow.
And so since 2004, we have been doing a lot more. We created our own programs, and the Reno Rodeo Association itself does even more than just give back to us. So they give us about 35% of our annual budget still, which is a very nice, lovely check that we get from the Reno Rodeo. But they also give back to other organizations here in town. We were talking about that a little earlier. They give tickets out, they sponsor events, they give donations. You may have seen that earlier this year they gave a bunch of money to the city for some special needs projects around the city. And so as a Reno Rodeo family, we do a lot in our community. We do as much as we can. And, our job is to really remind people that, hey, we're here. We're you guys. We're all the community. We have, 1,000 volunteers that put on the Reno Rodeo. It's a crazy, crazy organization. I will tell you, I came on a little over 2 years ago, and I've lived here all my life, born and raised here. In fact, we were talking about it just in Sparks, right down the street from here. And I didn't realize how vast the Reno Rodeo Association is. It takes 60 committees to put on the Reno Rodeo every year.
Wow. A lot.
And so it's a lot. And so during the year, we're all gearing up for the rodeo, but we're also giving back to the community, and we do that through our 4 programs. Yeah.
I think that's amazing. And thank you for giving us that brief overview of all the things you guys are doing. I think that's really cool. Do you want to dive a little? You touched on it, but I'd love to hear the history of the Reno Rodeo Foundation. Maybe like who started it and why.
What
maybe
programs you guys currently do,
Yeah.
Reno-ness of it. Because, I mean, when you think Reno, it's really hard to not think of the rodeo in a lot of ways.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, it's one of those staple events that really, economically, it really brings a lot of money into, our community. But also there's a lot of money put back into the community from that. And the history that we have, the reputation that we have, the things that we can do to further what's going on in the community is very important to us.
Awesome. So what the people that founded it, was it it was people part of the Reno Rodeo organization side? I mean, I'm sorry.
Association, yes.
Association, thank you.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny. We're now starting to just lean into we're the Reno Rodeo. So
sure.
But it is important to know kind of, which organization kind of did what. And so the Reno Rodeo Association runs a little differently than it's a member organization. But it runs a little differently. The president of the Reno Rodeo Association changes every year, and that president, and then we have past presidents, and so all of these people who have been a part of the Reno Rodeo Association for over 100 years, some have long gone, but they have the opportunity to help drive what the Reno Rodeo Association does, a little more than a regular board president would.
Sure.
And so when the foundation was really started by one of those presidents, and a few of those presidents came together and they were like, hey, we need to give back to the community. We can't just have this, we can't have this huge event and not be giving back to the community. We've got to give back to our community. And so it started then, and we have some cool video and stuff that I haven't figured out what to do with yet that really has our founding fathers as a part of it, and I'm hoping to do something, but it's really, really amazing. I will say that the number one priority of the association back then and now was our community. And making it better, and also furthering the Western heritage, and making sure that people understand what the rodeo is about, why the rodeo does what the rodeo does, the importance of, from things to, we want to give back to the community, we want to, we are the community, and we want to make sure that that money goes to all of these amazing organizations and all of these amazing things that people are doing to make sure that our community stays okay. That's important to the association, that's important to the foundation, but the reason why the foundation was founded was because the people in the association thought that it was really important that this event, that clearly is one of the largest events that we have here, really supports our community 365 days of the year.
I love that.
So then the next thing I want to dive into is the inspiration for you. So what kind of inspires you to do what you do? Is there like a story? I think earlier I shared the story, and I've shared it on the podcast quite a bit, of that gentleman that walked in the first day and was able to help him. Do you have any story that you want to highlight today?
Yeah, it's interesting that you asked me that, because I've been trying to have like a sound bite of a story. We have 4 large programs, and so each one has kind of a little bit of a story to go along with it. But for me personally, like I said, I came over about 2 years ago, and for me, it was important to come over to the Reno Rodeo Foundation because the Reno Rodeo Foundation, what we do is we support vulnerable children and families, and giving them a hand up. And that to me is extremely important. So that's what drove me to this organization. I knew a lot about the Denim Drive. You guys probably know about the Denim Drive. We provide brand new clothing to foster kids in 14 northern Nevada counties. And, seeing their face when they get something that is brand new and they're able to have that, it's overwhelmingly wonderful. But even more importantly, it's the foster families that are like, I now don't have to pay for those items because they don't have the funds to do that. Yeah. And then just really providing some, one of the things that I did when I came over here was I am now revamping some of our stuff so that it's fun and adventurous and exciting. And so that's really, I think that supporting the vulnerable community in that way of, one, we want our foster families to continue being foster families. And so lightening their load as much as possible, that's extremely important to us. One of the things, the program that really is, I love all of our programs, but the program that is probably closest to my heart is our Rodeo Wish program. And that is a program that most people don't know about. It's a program that we've been doing for many years, but what we do is we provide quality of life enhancements to children who are dealing with long-term, non-terminal medical, mental, and developmental conditions. And what we do is we ask them to let us know what they need. So these children hopefully are going to live long lives, and we want to support their family and provide quality of life enhancements for them. And so, for instance, we just recently had a set of twins who, oh my gosh, just the most delightful twins, little cuties, and their family, and they need therapy, physical therapy, intensive physical therapy to be able to walk and run, and they're going to need it for their whole entire life, just different sets of therapy. And so we were able to give them a year worth of therapy.
That's awesome.
Intensive therapy, and they're just an amazing family. This year we were helping a child who lost his eye, and so we're going to work with the doctors to get him a prosthesis for his eye. But that program is really, really, really important to me. The stories that come out of that. We recently had a dad who, his daughter had many, many issues, and she's luckily doing really well. But because of the issues that she had, she really couldn't be in a hotel room or anything like that. And so we were able to, with RV Country, we were able to give them an RV, and so they could go. And it was a single dad, with his daughter, and and those are the stories that I love. Is being able to provide items that just give people a little bit of a sense of,
let's hope.
Hey, we appreciate, yeah. And we're excited for you.
Yeah.
And we're excited that you're going to live, and we're excited that you're going to be having a long life, and let's make it a little better.
Yeah, it's interesting. I never really thought about that because I work in hospice, and we have a hospice house. We serve pediatric patients, and there's a lot of organizations that do support, and rightly so, those children who are terminal to be able to have those last wishes. But I guess I never really thought about giving those wishes to those children who have a, palliative or a lifelong illness, right? Yeah. And a chronic illness that's going to be there, and to give them that quality or something to encourage them to provide quality while they're living. Yeah. That's really beautiful.
Yeah. There's not, I don't know of many organizations that do that. And I'm extremely proud of our organization for having started that. And, that's the way I look at it is, these kids have a lot of challenges. And I will tell you, these families are the most beautiful families, and they are so willing to put aside everything, all their own, selfish desires and things that they want to do to be able to support whichever family member it is. And I will just say, when you think about the fact that, they're going to need things all their life, they're going to need some support. They're going to need all of those things. That to me is really the driving factor of this program, like we talked about the wish programs for, terminal children. That is overwhelmingly amazing, and we love that. But
all the children matter, though, right?
All the children matter.
Yeah.
All the children matter. And also, there's the celebrations that you can have when they do finally have the last treatment, and they do get to, we've done trips for kids that have their last treatment, and they're now like ready to celebrate and go somewhere. And
that's cool.
So it is really, really exciting. You will kind of see the trajectory of our programs is really being able to support families throughout their life. So we have our Denim Drive, which is for foster kids. We have our Rodeo Wish, which is for all children, including foster children. We have our reading rooms that support children that are going through court proceedings, and so we're giving them a book and a stuffed animal and really working with the courts to provide activities for them while they're in court and hopefully make it a little less daunting. And then we have our scholarships. So we really want to try to follow these families and children all throughout their life and make sure that hey, there's something no matter where you're at to really support what's going on in your life.
It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Thank you. I love it too.
Yeah, I'm working on a new program right now. It's called the ED Support Group for Bad Presidents. So it's just a pet project.
If I remember right, you asked me to be on the board. And you like tricked me into it a long time ago.
I tricked you into it. Wow.
Tricked you into it.
4 years ago, man, is when we met.
Ooh, that's amazing.
It's an amazing organization. I'm just giving you.
Tricked him into it.
You do a great job as an executive director.
Got him.
That's not an easy role. You guys as executive directors have a lot of weight.
So don't worry,
a lot of responsibility.
Thank you. Please do.
We'll get that support group started. I think it's really cool what you guys are doing, and that's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about you personally? Like, who are you behind the scenes?
Well, all right. I guess I can.
Do you have a dog?
That should be. You know what? Sadly, I don't have a dog right now.
Do you have a horse?
Lovely. I do not. I do not have a horse either. I currently have no animals. My dog was a husky, and he passed away 2 years ago. And it killed me. It was like the worst thing that has ever happened to me. And I will say, I've had bad things happen, but losing a dog, that's
a different kind of loss because they love us so unconditionally.
They have there's nothing. They're just sweet, innocent, wonderful little things. And so we are gearing up to hopefully get another dog. My significant would be happy to have 800 dogs, and so
Same.
he volunteers at the Humane Society all the time, and I'm always like, I know
that
he's
would
bringing
be so
home a
tough.
dog. It really is hard for him
because I would want to take all the.
He wants to, and I'm so surprised that he hasn't yet. I mean,
that was an invitation. I
think so. Well, I told him, I'm like, if I come home with it, I know, babe. If I come home, they're there. It's all good.
It's. Did you hear that? Are you listening? A significant other? You should bring a dog home. What do you think? Great Dane?
Any of them.
Great Danes are fun.
I mean, any of them.
I like Great Danes.
I love Great Danes, but I will say this: the horror that I felt of having to put my dog down. I want one that's going to last a long time. And Great Danes don't always last so long.
That's true. You know, we have a little wiener dog, Scraps, and I swear he just lives. He's so hyper. He's older as a dog.
Yeah.
But he's still hyper. He still eats. He's still going, man.
Yeah.
And we got him pretty early into our relationship. Yeah. And he's just the life of the party. And he'll still jump on chairs. My parents will always tell a story because it was early when my wife and I were dating. And I'm Filipino. So there's all sorts of great food at my house all the time. My parents' house all the time.
Oh, my goodness.
And torta's one of them. And torta's like this meat pancake egg thing.
Oh, yum.
And it was everyone's favorite, right? And Scraps was brand new. He jumped on that table. No one saw it. He was sneaky.
He was stealth.
And he jumped on the table and he ate exactly half of the pile of torta.
I like Scraps.
And everyone yelled at him, Scraps! dogs. And Nika and I are laughing a little bit. We feel bad, obviously, but we also are laughing because we're vegetarian.
That's awesome.
Nika and I are vegetarian, so like that's funny.
Like, you ate my part. He ate our part.
So and like we had like 60 people at the house.
Oh
and
my gosh.
So it was a big stack, and he ate exactly half. My dad talks about it all the time. It's terrible.
That is so funny.
Dogs do things like that.
They do. And you know what? That's the way they are. And we just love them no matter what. Yes. So no dog at the moment.
Oh, go ahead. No.
No.
I thought. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, so?
I was going to
I might
dig
have a
deeper.
dog now.
But you're going deeper.
I might have a dog now.
Might now.
I might. Should I ever come back, I'll let you know.
Please.
Stay tuned, listeners. Stay tuned.
I'll give you one of my dogs if you want. I have 2, and the other one's a menace. She's crazy. She's like 100 dogs. She gets out and she runs and she's fast, man.
yeah.
She's fast.
Yeah, that's how Ori was.
Oh,
he was a
really?
husky, and oh man, he was feral. Like he was feral until the end. Like never knew what he was gonna do.
hilarious.
And if you let him out, we'll see
good
you
luck.
later.
Good
It'll
luck.
be, you'll have your little adventure. Yeah.
Nika dyes ladies' hair. Does the dog dye? So then, and it's worked. Oh, there's been times where she like
good.
runs, and
you can see her.
You can see her, and so like we live
Brilliant.
over here, and I saw this little red speck runner. I'm like, that's her.
That's brilliant.
Awesome.
That's brilliant. Yeah. There's a need for that.
Well, that's off track. But
Yeah, well,
anyways,
Yeah, tell us
Anyways.
about your
Yes.
like what inspired you to become a part of nonprofits. Did you do nonprofit work before, or how did that come about?
So I actually was lucky enough to work at Sierra Pacific Power Company in V Energy for 21 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it was in
long time.
economic development. I loved it. I loved it. I loved working there. Loved every piece of it, especially when it was Sierra Pacific Power Company. It was very, very wonderful. And so at 21 years, I was on the board of Step 2. I don't know if
Great
you guys know Step
organization.
2,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
we've had him on the show. Yeah.
Substance Use Disorder Treatment Center here in town, and I was helping them a lot with marketing, and that's my background, marketing, and so they ended up having. I was on the board. I became board president. I did all of that stuff, and then the CEO left, Diaz Dixon. He left, and Mary Hutchinson moved into the role, and she asked me to come over as their chief marketing officer. And so I jumped at the chance. I was ready. I grew up. I was an adult now, 21 years. I was, at the age where I was ready to make a change. And so that position came up. And so I went over and became the chief marketing officer for Step 2. And I was there for 5 years and loved it. Was not planning on leaving. Had a 5-year plan with Mary. We were both really invested in that. And this position at the Reno Rodeo Foundation opened up. And I will say, I had no designs to be the CEO of Step 2, simply because there's so much to be done. There's a clinical side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just really didn't feel like I was qualified to manage all of that. And I didn't really want to manage all of that. I loved what I was doing. But when this came up, it was like, oh, man. This is, and it was hard for me to make that decision to leave Step 2, but ultimately, when I was being interviewed and talking with the board and the founders of the Reno Rodeo Foundation, it really just resonated deeply with me, and I was very excited to be considered because, the Reno Rodeo is an old school, old native Nevadan.
Yeah.
This is like
It's a
deep
big,
Nevada.
deep roots, yeah.
Yeah, and so I was honored that they chose me, and I, so I've been there for a couple years, and I will say that the Reno Rodeo Foundation really was I didn't realize how much. And so for me, with a marketing background, I was very excited to share with more and more people. I mean, we've been around for 40 years, but so many people don't even know what we do. And the Reno Rodeo as a whole is actually a very quiet organization.
It is.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
They don't, there's not a lot of people, if you're even in the association, I think a lot of people are still trying to figure out what we do because they don't want a lot of recognition,
Right.
you know, which is lovely. It's a lovely thing. But coming from a marketing
Right.
standpoint, we got to have, not only because we want support from the community, but also because it's a way for people to give back. It's just like, you know, letting people know about, you know, the Good Shepherd's clothing closet, right?
Yeah.
The reason why we share what we share is because we want people to know that they can get services from us.
Yep.
Or they can support services from us, or they can support what we're doing, or just very much like let other people know that it's happening.
Yeah. Awareness is really important. I mean, it's really neat that your founders and the people of the organization are so humble. But we came across the same thing, you know, when Dave started, as well as when I came on a few years later. We'd been doing this for so long in the community, but I didn't even know who Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet was. People didn't know, right? And so you have to be able to market and in this changing environment to help more people and to better serve people, you have to get it out there.
Well, and also to be able to collaborate, right? Because that's part of it too, is like, if I don't know about you and you don't know about me, how can we collaborate and make sure that we're filling gaps, not reinventing the wheel? Because that's the biggest piece, right? My biggest passion is collaborations. I love them. I know there's gaps we can fill, but we got to find those first because sometimes we can just help each other. And together we can make sure that that gap gets smaller and smaller. And maybe there's more that we do to make that gap smaller. Maybe there's more that you do. But both of us knowing what each other does, and we have so many amazing nonprofits here in town. I'm sure you guys know even more. This podcast is amazing that you feature that. But you know, that's the really big piece is if we don't talk about what we do, then maybe someone will start something that we're already doing.
It's crazy that you say that. That's exactly why we started the podcast.
Yeah, I love that.
No, literally, that is for resources, and because
they did not tell me that before.
Nonprofits don't always want to work together. There's some really good nonprofits that do, but there's also unfortunately some that, just to be transparent, they're worried about funding and they don't want to work together. But that doesn't serve our community well.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. And also, funders want to know that you're working with other organizations. You know, I think that that's the most important piece that we're looking at is, hey, you know, and from our standpoint, you know, there's things that we've been doing for a long time that, you know, once we know what other people are doing and the data and the knowledge and the firsthand, like I'm working directly with this vulnerable population. You know, understanding that and coming in and saying, what do you need? Not what I'm going to tell you. I think that there's a lot of power in that. And there's a lot of, you know, if I'm able to say to someone, you know, hey, you need a blanket, you need that, go to Good Shepherd's, you know, and if you're able to say, hey, I just saw this child and I know that they are going to live a long life and they're having some, you know, developmental conditions. Apply for a rodeo wish, you know? I mean, those are the things. We all reach the same, you know, the same population, and we're all trying to do something different to make their lives better. And how do we know if we don't talk about it?
Yeah, it's so true. So true.
So as we're closing up, did you have anything else you wanted to share, a way for people to support you or those kinds of things?
Yeah, what's your website? All that good stuff.
All right. Well, wonderful. So our website is RenoRodeoFoundation.org, and you can find everything there. One of the things that we have all of our programs listed there. You can designate to the programs. We've got events, of course, that take place. But all of those ways, mostly, you know, spreading awareness and sharing, reaching out to us. Tell us what you're looking for. Tell us what you need. You know, talk to us about what's going on in your communities. We serve 14 Northern Nevada counties. I think you guys serve more of Northern Nevada as well. I think.
Yeah, we serve a lot of people.
Yeah. So, you know, we're really looking to really cater our programs to the different areas. And so anyways, RenoRodeoFoundation.org, Reno Rodeo Foundation on social media.
And go to the Reno Rodeo, right?
And, you know, head out to the rodeo. Exactly.
But I love that you came here and you kind of explained the difference, because honestly, I didn't know that. I didn't know a lot of the difference. Yeah. And so it was cool to kind of learn here. This is the difference. This is how it started. This is why you guys are doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so, that's education, knowledge of why people are doing what they're doing
Yes.
is that barrier. It's such a barrier for people. The clients we're serving, they don't understand, oh, you just give it away for free. Yeah, we give away clothes for free.
Yeah.
Wait, but you don't need me to pay. No, we don't need you to pay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why do you do it? Oh, because we care about the community, right? You guys give away the Rodeo Wish. Why do you guys do that? Oh, because it matters. Because people need to be, these children need to be supported.
And
with
their families. So.
Their families, these
Yeah.
lasting issues. And so just even having this conversation, I really appreciate you coming down and being a part of this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This has been so fun. And also just, I didn't even know you guys did this. So this is great. You're like in this little back room hidden away. But
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. I really appreciate the opportunity to come on and share what I do and also learn about what you guys do.
Hey, thank you. We support over 800 people here. And
A year? Well,
what?
you said a year.
A
month?
Sorry, I meant a month.
Month.
I don't know. It's been a Monday. It's been a Monday. It's been a Monday. But if you want to learn more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet on not a Monday, you can learn it on any day at getclothes.org. Did you know that?
Getclothes.org.
Getclothes.org.
What a cool name. What a cool
Yeah, he
domain
came up with
name.
that. It was good.
I like it.
Thank you. Yeah, we got.
Or Councilman Abbott did.
No, he did not. I came up with it.
I
Donald
do really
did,
like
I thought.
Donald.
No, he
Donald's a
didn't.
good guy.
Yeah.
Donald, that guy. I'll call him right now. Like, dude, you want to know what Chaz said?
That's
Like,
okay. No, we used to look a lot alike, and so I would have people come up to me and go,
What?
"Hey, Donald Abbott, right?" I was like, "No, Chaz Blackburn, Chaplain Chaz."
You guys do not. No.
It's just sometimes when we have
No
a
way.
even Connie McLaughlin, the owner of Senior
Really?
Spectrum, her son
Dude.
came up to me, Chase, and said, I know, it's,
That's funny.
I just had a laugh.
Well, if you want to learn more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, if you want to volunteer, you want to support us financially, if you want to be a part of the mission, visit getclothes.org. We help over 800 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing and being a part of this. We'll see you next week. Thank you for being
rodeo.
here.
Yeehaw.